finally was going to get the courage to ask
Oh, to
Fred
ask.
out, and then turns into the guy from The Shining and tries to axe murder her. Like, I loved their Shining episode. I thought it was actually better than the actual Shining movie.
Yeah. Fucking, I feel like
hated it.
Wesley can't ever catch a break, too.
Nope.
Oh, no. No.
Like,
No.
his breaks are more, they started out more like, I can't catch a break, like comical, like him like fumbling around with Cordelia, and now it's just sad to watch.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, Wesley, what happened to you?
And he turned into such a badass, though. Like, oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh, what did you see? What did you see? Oh gosh, now I'm super paranoid. But like, oh shit, that's what happened. Okay, cool. Well, I'm going nowhere. I'm gonna just eat a hit. I thought he gave up for a second. Oh shit. I probably didn't need to waste that pallet. But, what was it? Like, the fact that he kidnapped that redhead girl, locked her in a cage, just so he could hunt down Angel. Like, I was just like, oh, dude, like, he gives zero fucks anymore.
Yeah.
Like, that moral dilemma.
Yeah.
Dude, I completely forgot that he did that. I was like, oh shit. That's because I was like, I don't know. Whenever you put someone in a cage, it's just like automatic. Like you go from kind of evil to super evil.
Super dark. Even though she was one of the most unlikable villains in the whole show. She just was so unfun to watch because of how twisted and angry she was that, I don't know, I was so glad when her character was just no longer a thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Marissa, I was telling Ben earlier, I forgot to tell both of you, I just told him today, but I went to a Halloween party for my work here, and there was this dude who was dressed up like James Bond. And like, I didn't talk to him until like towards the end of the night, but every time I went to go get a drink, I would pass him, I'd like shoot him the finger guns and be like, oh, 007, and he'd roll his eyes at me every time. Until like later in the night, I was just like, I'm just gonna go talk to this guy. He seems like he's not having a good time, but I'm a huge James Bond fan, so what the hell? So I walk up to him and I'm just like, I strike up a conversation with him, and he's just like, yeah, man, everyone thinks I'm James Bond, and he's like, it's my fault. Like, I dressed up as a really deep cut character from a really deep cut show that probably no one here knows. And I'm like, if you're not James Bond, who are you? And he's like, I'm Jonathan from Buffy from the Jonathan episode. And I fucking freaked out. Yeah, dude, I freaked out. And we talked about Buffy and Angel for like the rest of the fucking night.
Oh,
his name is Luke, and he is a treasure. But yeah, no, he was just like, it's my fault. This is on me. But I wanted to be Jonathan, so I'm Jonathan.
Which is a fantastic reference, though. Because that was one of the... I loved that episode of Buffy, because it's just such a what the fuck is happening. And I love that the writers and stuff are just like, we're not going to explain it to you. I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to give you any hints. Jonathan's the best. Deal with it. For almost the entire episode.
Towards the end of the night, I vaguely remembered... I had a lot to drink, and I know Luke had a lot to drink, but he was like leaving with his date, and somebody was just like, James Bond, and he was like, it's Jonathan, and they're like, Jonathan Bond, and everybody just started calling him Jonathan Bond, and he was just like, I'm done, I'm leaving, goodbye.
I'm out.
Goodbye, everyone.
That's funny. Oh, cool. Cool. Is there a way I can do a totem? Is there a totem in here? Oh, he's invisible. I don't like him when he's invisible. He's scary and mean. I'm gonna go touch that generator he told me not to go touch. But no, and like back to like season 4, I love every time that we, the audience, and the characters got a lucky break, it turned into a dead end full of dead bodies.
Yes. Yeah. No, season 4 was dark. And I'm glad that... I'm kind of glad that I didn't stop in the middle of season 4. Like, I'm glad I just got to see it all, like, start to finish in like a week.
Yeah. Well, because if you just think it's all gonna be like that same thing too, because to me it gets philosophically more interesting and a lot more interesting to watch when you've got the body snatchers, happy people.
Yeah. Season 5 is the last season, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The last season of the Buffyverse. But, like, they do have the comic books, but honestly, I do not like the comic books. They go so off the rails in those comic books that, and it doesn't make any sense at all.
So,
like,
I'm thinking that after, you know, if things go well and I'm able to write this show and I get more credit and I'm able to write things, dude, we should just take the money we have and write a really badass, like, Watchers universe pitch to someone.
Oh yeah, that would be cool.
Like Young Giles or something like that.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
That's one of the great things about this universe, though, is you could literally, there's so many spin-offs you can do for this show.
Well, what else would you guys like to see from the universe?
I honestly wouldn't mind seeing how what happened with the previous Slayers too.
Oh, yeah.
Those are ones you could just kill off in really gruesome ways because you know they all died.
Mm-hmm.
And so
very
I
true.
think that would be really cool because you could watch, especially if you're gonna do a Watcher show, that could be how the Watcher show goes. We could watch it from the beginning of how they got their whole society going, how it maybe even got corrupted, and what the point of them are too, because in the Buffy world, they kind of suck.
Yeah.
They pay Giles. That's about all we know about them, is that Giles got a paycheck from them. But other than that, they weren't helpful.
And, like, it kind of makes me think, like, I'm pretty sure if they showed us any other Watcher but Giles, the Watchers kind of would have left, like, a bad taste in our mouth, because every other Watcher sucks. They're,
Yeah.
like, forcing these girls to fight to death at 16 to prove that they have powers or not. Just believe them if they say they do or they don't. You know, like, Giles was, I believe, the exception. And
Yeah.
it's cool that there was only, like, one Giles. You know, like, every other Watcher's a dick.
Yeah, every other one
Damn
sucks.
it. I fucking
Yeah,
wasted
because that show would have gone so completely different if she got some other random dude from Britain, you know?
Right. I fucked up. He's gonna hit me here.
It kind of made me have a lot of respect for the character, too. Like, his level of
Oh my gosh! Are you missing me
Yeah.
on purpose right now?
Yeah, his level of, like, empathy and everything.
yeah, his fucking emotional scale is, like, off the charts compared to every other person in his lineup.
Right.
And yeah, it kind of really changed the character for me. Because, I don't know, I guess I always just saw him as this goofy father figure, but, like, after seeing that episode where you see all the other Watchers, it's like he was probably taught at an early age and through the rest of his life to be a dick, and he probably didn't even know that was the wrong way to feel until he met Buffy.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is really sweet, you know?
And he had to, because when you do first meet him, he's very stuffy. He's very follow the rules kind of a deal.
Yeah,
and
it was like he was brainwashed, and his to keep this girl alive snapped him out of it, essentially.
Yeah, because he does. He
and-
like adores Buffy, and it's so
Yeah.
freaking cute.
Exactly, and he started out as a pawn, but like turned into this well-rounded three-dimensional character
Yeah.
that everyone adores, like universally. Up to about Buffy, like Giles is
You
adored
have
and
to
loved.
love Giles.
Exactly, and that's
The rules.
kind of like, as somebody who's
Oh,
writing
shit!
characters right now, that's kind of hard to do. To
Yeah.
make somebody you universally loved.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because even when he's putting Buffy through that test, like, I
He
think
hated it.
everybody forgave Giles immediately. Like, that episode, Giles, you are forgiven. Forever. You're forever
Well, 'cause
forgiven.
he hated it so much.
Well, he
It
got
was really
fired
cool.
to not do it. So,
Yeah.
like, that's a pretty big deal.
Yeah. I feel like that whole Miss Calendar thing fucked him up to a point past no return as well.
Oh, he
Like,
never
how do you-
fully
how do you-
recovered
yeah,
from that.
Like, how do you come back from something like that? You don't. You know,
Like-
you're just changed forever.
Don't.
Since Miss Calendar, there wasn't a woman that you see him with ever again. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, that's not true. There is one woman that you see him with. It's that.
Yeah, but it was
just
less of a you see him with less women and more of a him realizing this is what my job is to keep to make sure this girl is alive.
Yeah.
You know, like I feel like the death of Miss Calendar was also a wake up call to him to realize that maybe he's being sidetracked a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, and you see that in one of the dream episodes. He's walking with that girl, and he's got a stroller and stuff, and he's taking Buffy through the graveyard and everything. It's just one of those things where you could tell he knows he gave up a whole other life for this girl.
Yeah.
He doesn't regret it, but there are times that he thinks, what if?
Yeah, and it means so much more. Like, it's so much more heartbreaking that it was taken from him instead of, like, him choosing this way of life and giving up love, it was taken from him.
Right.
You know, which means so much more. It's so much more dramatic, so much more extra, but I love it.
Because with Jenny, there is a chance that he could have had his cake and ate it too, you know?
Oh, and, you know, for every action there is, like, a reaction. Like, it probably would have changed his life, too. Like, Buffy may have died if him and Jenny got together.
Maybe,
'Cause
but
they're-
remember, Jenny could keep up her own too, because she had a lot of good, like, magic and stuff like that too, which is why I feel like if anybody was going to be able to let Giles and Buffy live in the same universe and have a relationship that he could do and at the same time keep her alive, it would have been Jenny.
See, and that's what makes it so sad too, is that I still kind of firmly believe that if he lived
Oh
a life
shit, these
with
two
Jenny,
are not coming back for me. Cool.
he may have been so sidetracked that Buffy may have died, but it's on the flip coin.
Oh fuck!
He's the only one that he probably could have done it with, which makes it that much more sad.
Oh yeah,
But,
yeah.
But yeah, no, oh my gosh, I miss Spike as Giles too. Randy Giles, oh,
Randy Giles.
such a treasure.
Wait, who's Randy Giles? Oh, is that?
Randall
oh,
Giles.
Spike.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah! I'm just gonna go
I
ahead
think
and
that's
escape through
the,
here.
the only reason why I know that is because he's a character in that card game you have, Legacy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm excited
Like,
for
it's
you to
actually
see
called
that because
Randy Giles.
you're in the season where that happens. So,
Ugh.
and it's not far. Okay, that was a good